Hey YouTube, this is Dark Lumia, and in this video I'm going to be bringing you guys what would have been the world number one for marksmanship hunters on 10M and Heroic Chimaeron. And I wanted to bring you this clip just because it's a pretty flawless performance, and I figured a lot of people would want to definitely get to check it out and see how I play. As you'll see here, I'm pre-Call of the Wild, pre-potting, and then starting off with rapid fire readiness, and then just aimed and back-to-back steadies to get the improved steady shot buff up. And basically what I do is I don't apply serpent until after I run out of haste effect, and I get really lucky in the beginning because I don't get caustic at all, which is basically how this would have, how it's able to be a world number one. Actually, I do get it right there, and I had to actually stop the aim shot. So I lied. I actually did get caustic once, and I still managed to do ridiculous damage output. But basically, why I said it would have been the world number one is because we actually wiped it 2%. So technically, it would have been the world number one, but I got very unfortunate, and we had a bad transition into the final phase, and our tank died right off the bat. So we didn't get the kill. So it was pretty unfortunate because it definitely would have been the world number one. It was about 300 DPS higher than the top person at the time. And this is one of those fights where it really does matter on RNG a lot. You have to get, basically an attempt that you don't get caustic a lot and you play pretty perfectly. You'll see here I'm pushing as much as I can during the feud until the first caustic hits. But I get off the Chimera perfectly right before the caustic hits, and it's just all about weaving your shots in between the caustics and making sure that you basically don't miss any globals or miss any shots, because if you miss a single shot, it's a pretty huge DPS loss, and you got to be paying attention to that. I guess I can explain Harmo Chimaeron a bit, because I assume some of you have seen my old video on Harmo Chimaeron. Obviously, you just want to stack up for the feuds and rotate cooldowns on the tanks. You can, lay hands, divine guardian, um, and you can guardian spirit. But you'll see I'm not getting caustic a lot, and I got pretty lucky. But here I've switched over to basically a rotation of aimed and Chimera shot off cooldown, obviously, but I'm using aimed only when I get to 4 stacks of improved steady shot. That way I can get the free aim shot proc off of it. And that's obviously something that you want to be doing in order to maximize your DPS as much as you can. I know most people, once they get below 80%, will go to just an arcane shot only rotation, and that really isn't beneficial as much as an aim shot rotation is. Obviously, with caustics, aim shot can be bad if you don't play it right and you aim shot into a caustic or something. So you only really want to be doing it when you get to 4 stacks. You can do it, I guess, if you don't feel that you're about to get a caustic instead of arcane shot. You should really only be using arcane when you feel that you're gonna have to move or something like that. But to maximize, you want to be using aimed as much as you can. But other than that, the attempt goes pretty smooth, I believe, until the very end. We've been doing hard mode come around for a really long time now. It was the first hard mode we got. We got it before Halfus. I think it was like a world, not a US 170, I believe, which is pretty good for us back at the time. But yeah, the fight's pretty straightforward. You just go about your normal business. The only thing that changed from normal to hard mode is obviously the tanks take damage during the feuds when you're stacked up, so you have to rotate cooldowns. But you have to make sure that you also transition smoothly. We bring them to about 22%, and then we tend to push right after the massacre or right before it, depending on how it's going. And that's also one of the big things about being able to get a really good world rank on this fight is to do it, you have to, obviously you can't get caustic a lot, and you have to be able to transition into the final phase without stopping DPS, because there are sometimes, like some weeks, where I'll have to just stop DPS and I know that I can't get a world rank just because you have to stop to push it at the proper time. But there are weeks when I get really good RNG and we happen to be able to push it without stopping, and that's what you need to be able to do to get a top rank on the fight. But yeah, that's really about it. I just want to say thanks again for all the subscribers that we've been getting lately. We've been growing pretty fast in popularity. We're at like 520 subscribers now. Might even be 525. I'm not even positive. But like I said, I've been trying to get back to all the questions and trying to do it in a timely manner. You'll see here we're pushing. We pop Trank. and we push it over. I pop a pot and all my cooldowns, rapid fire readiness right here, to make sure that we push it right away. And you want to make sure that you're not focus capped too long here, because obviously you're going to be if you have hero and rapid fire going at the same time. You just want to don't allow it to go for too long, but make sure that you get your power shots off. And you'll see here I wait for the second call, or the second rapid fire once Call of the Wild comes up, and I'm just going pretty crazy here on damage. But you'll see our tanks actually dropped right off the bat, which is why we're not able to get the kill here, which is very unfortunate. But obviously I'm using aimed pretty much a lot here at the end because I'm under haste effect for a really long time, and unfortunately we do what. But I'll even put the World of Logs link in the details so you guys can check that out and see that it would have been a world number 1. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'm probably going to bring out a Magmal, maybe some clips of Magmal Heroic and a few other ones throughout the week, and maybe some Valion and Thralion when we finally get the kill. But make sure you guys rate the video, thumbs up, and if you want to see more Hunter guides, make sure you subscribe. And I will talk to you guys later.